Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out about your destiny. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the purple pen. Group 2 is the black pen. And group 3 is the blue pen. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. You can also find details of my personal readings, as well as Patreon and my PayPal for donations if you're feeling generous. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the purple pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Void of Course Moon, Missing. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Focus. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Volcanoes, Power. From the Tower of the Divine, you have the Queen of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Swords. And then from the Orient's Animal Tarot, you have Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. It seems like there are some things to go forwards with based on what you're considering right now, I want to say, which it feels like will be quite a difficult task. I want to say you're thinking of something or planning something right now, or the current area of your focus right now. It feels like it's kind of a long way to go. It feels like you have quite a big task ahead of you. It feels like there's quite a lot of effort required of you. And I want to say you're going to do really well, and you're going to manage to climb higher, I want to say, like reach further towards your goals. But I do feel like it's going to be very difficult, and it is going to take a lot of your effort. And I feel like it's going to take longer than you currently think it will take. You might be expecting quick results because you're doing a lot of work in a short amount of time. But I feel like actually it's going to take a lot longer, and you might find that you're having to return to the planning stage at some point and maybe reconsider your current plan. I hope you don't take that too personally, and please do come for a personal if you want more information, because this is quite general, this is for everyone. I do have a personal life destiny reading on offer, and we have an offer right now for 10% off. So if you'd like one, please get in touch. But yeah, I am seeing there's going to be a moment in your destiny, in your future, where you decide to change the path that you were planning to be on. And it feels like you will feel that that's the right thing to do. It will feel like sensible. It will feel like you've maybe come a long way, but like there's still a long way to go. And I feel like it would just make sense as a plan to maybe change something that you're doing, to just slightly alter something. I feel like it may seem like you are going on and on with something where it doesn't make sense to anymore. It feels like maybe there's a point where you have to consider whether to keep going or quit, maybe with a job or something like that. And I feel like for some of you you may keep going, and I feel like you will still get quite secure income from this job, but it just might be a pulling for you in another direction. I'm seeing it's like the temptation to change direction. I feel like there's going to be some kind of mission or progress that you're going forwards with that allows you to feel very strong and allows you to feel very powerful. And I feel like it's going to give you a lot of confidence, and I want to say you're really going to come into your own in a way where you feel better about yourself and where you feel more sure of what you're doing for the future. I feel like you're going to really have yourself. You're going to have your own back. I want to say you're going to be financially secure, but it may not be as much as you want. I feel like you may have to save for longer than you want to reach your big goals. But it does seem like you're going to have a very financially secure environment in terms of your house and your... I want to say it seems like you'll have a stable place to live, and potentially for some people there's children and for some there's not. So please do come for a personal life destiny reading if you'd like to know about that. I don't want to make predictions for that for a general audience. But I'm seeing there's a lot to do with your career that will be very full on this lifetime. You might have quite a serious career. You may be doing something academic or using your mind, using your logic. And I'm seeing there is a promotion that happens for you at work. related to something that you do with your mind, something you're very clever at. It seems like you have a lot of good ideas and it's going to be recognized by other people in the organization or the business or just other people in general. I feel like people will notice how well you do and how much work you do and how much effort you put in. And I feel like there are a lot of plans you currently have that you are going to keep going with. But I do see you rerouting at some point. So I feel like even if you do get promoted and rise up the ladder in your current career, you might find that your soul just starts calling you to something else and something else grabs your attention at some point. I feel like there may be somebody who's not in your life anymore who you're missing. And I want to say I'm sorry for this, but I feel like this person may not be returning for you guys. It feels like, I'm sorry for this random message. It's like if you're wanting someone to return to you, you're going to have to call them because they're not going to phone you. It's like they're very busy with their life process and their own forward movement. So I would say one of the things I need to tell you about your life destiny is maybe to not wait around too long for somebody else, whether that's career or romance. It feels like it's better if you just get productive and do it on your own. Get very selfish, I want to say, with certain things and make sure you're very confident on your own because it feels like for you guys, there's not going to be... I don't want to say you're not ever going to be coupled up or anything because you probably will, and I feel like you might end up settling with someone and marrying them and living with them and maybe even having like pets and children with them. But for a lot of you, I do feel like a lot of your life that I'm telling you about right now is going to be solo. And you're going to have a lot to do on your own, and I feel like you might spend a lot of time, I want to say, a bit working too hard and a bit lonely. And I do see people to communicate with, but I'm seeing for someone you might live far away from people you know and find yourself kind of on your own doing a lot of work for a lot of your destiny. And I'm sorry that's upsetting, but I do feel like at work there is going to be someone who notices you. It's like someone who finds you very interesting based on your work. And I feel like they do want to speak to you, but I'm not sure why. I'm feeling like for somebody, this person might be having somebody else when they're interested in you. I'm not sure if that's something which you're going through currently. It's like maybe someone's interested in you, but they're also talking to someone else or they're also with someone else. And it feels like they're kind of not ready to come forward to you because they're still playing with this other person or stringing along this other person. I want to say it feels like they're not particularly interested in this other relationship. Maybe this is you as well. It could be that you're at some point entertaining someone you're not that interested in, only because you're interested in someone else who seems too busy or unavailable. And I feel like it's not like a terrible relationship, but it kind of just feels like a temporary thing. And I feel like for some reason it's coming through that there's, on your part, communication needed with the person you're most interested in. So it's like a message for you to not let you be that person where you're with someone you don't really like but wanting to talk to someone else, because it feels like the person, if you're in that situation, it's like the person you don't really like will prevent you from ever getting to the person you actually wanted, and you might find that they end up moving far away from you or they end up missing from your life. They may not ever come back around for you. So I do feel like it's very important for you personally to make sure that the things you're doing right now in your life and in the future are aligned with your future goals. Because I feel like for this group, there may be something small where maybe you're not currently aligned with your goals, but you're putting in a lot of work and not really, I want to say not questioning what you're doing. It's just like you put one foot in front of the other. And for somebody, I'm seeing that could lead to, in maybe a few months or a few years, you thinking, oh, I don't know why I didn't just change and do this instead. So do bear that in mind. And I feel like for somebody, there's I need to say that there's a strong potential for being single for a long time. And I feel like you need to be tough about that. And I'm sorry for that, because I feel like there'll be people to talk to and communicate with. But you might just find them companions for a while. And I feel like they're not anything groundbreaking. Like these people will be fun, flirtatious communications, but maybe not actually secure long-term connections until later in life. Like I feel like you will settle with someone, but it feels like it's a very grounding person and someone to like nest with, like to set up a home with. And I feel like you may not find them until a little bit later. It feels like there may be some current behaviors that need to change before you can find this person and set up a nest with them and set up a home with them. I do feel like there's going to be a big change for someone at some point in your life. It's like there's a a wake-up call or a different day where things just change for you. It could be a big dramatic thing that happens in your life, or something personal, something very small, like just a thought that leads you to change your behavior. And I feel like once you do, you're going to find you feel a lot more safe. It's like a feeling of safety and not really any change in your environment specifically. But I do feel like it makes you feel better, and it makes you feel like you're more reliable to yourself. I hope that makes sense. It's an interesting set of cards because it feels, I want to say, unromantic. So please do feel free to watch the other groups or come for a personal if you were more interested in finding out about romance. But I am seeing you're going to have a really nice home, and you're going to have money, and you are going to have a career. But I feel like you might change careers here and there, and you might not stay with the same thing for life, even if you've been planning to. I also feel like the place where you maybe end up living is not where you are right now. I feel like it may be quite a long way away from where you currently are. And I feel like it may take you a little while to get there. For some of you, I feel like you might move abroad or something like that, and start a whole new life somewhere else where you feel much more peaceful and safe. And I feel like you're going to be doing some really big things in your life as well. So I feel like for some of you, if you are finding yourself single a lot, it may be because of your work. I feel like you have quite a big task, or your work is in general very busy. And it feels like maybe your priority right now, some of you guys might be a bit of a workaholic and find that you just don't have time for anything else. So I do feel like there may be some like social life and stuff missing for you guys, and it might be one of those things you find challenging, but at the same time I do feel like you might be introverted and you might enjoy your alone time. And also, again, you have a very big mission with regards to your work. So yeah, I feel like the future does look very interesting, very entertaining, very bright, and very secure financially. And I would definitely recommend coming for a personal life destiny reading if you can afford it. I'm offering a 10% discount at the moment. The information will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this reading, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the black pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have 5th House, Creativity. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Change. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Atoms, Building. From the Tower of the Divine, you have the Tower. And the Knight of Wands. And from the Orient's Animal Tarot, you have the Knight of Cups. And the Page of Swords. This seems really exciting. I feel like some of you might be destined to work in film or TV or something creative, especially theatre or particularly acting, but it could be behind the scenes stuff. I'm seeing potential for stage gigs, so like maybe music or dance or anything else that involves performing arts. I do see you guys might be particularly creative. And I feel like there's some destiny there for you with doing something which is making other people happy, bringing people joy, entertaining for others. And I feel like you can bring people emotions, like you have some kind of thing that you do for your career which makes, again, like people happy, but also it might make them sad. You might be able to reflect their sadness back to them. Like if you are an actor, it's like maybe not always a good role. Maybe it's sometimes like a difficult role to play, and I feel like it might be quite stressful at times. Your career in general, you don't have to be an actor. But I'm feeling like there's a lot of excitement to come with regards to this career, and I feel like it's moving very fast for you, and I feel like you're going to build quite a big name for yourself, and it feels like you're going to be winning lots of awards, I want to say. I'm seeing this particular like golden, it's like a golden moment for you, where I feel like you're going to feel really happy about where you've reached in life. And it might be quite shocking for you. I feel like it's quite surprising. There's lots of twists and turns that are coming with your destiny. And I feel like with regards to a big break or something for somebody, it's like a shocking, surprising thing that happens where it's like out of the blue and you just have to like rush towards it. It feels like you don't always have difficult times in your life. I'm seeing for the future it gets easier for you as time goes on. Like maybe the beginning of your life was like the most difficult part, and the part where the most is going wrong, or maybe it's still going wrong. But I do feel like at some point there's like a big break or a special opportunity for you and you charge at it full pelt and you go and make things happen for yourself. And I do see like winning awards and making interesting things happen for yourself and making big changes happen in your life and really building something for yourself. I feel like you're building a career, but you also might build yourself a house or build a community around yourself. You might build a business for somebody based on your talents and your skills. And I feel like you're very fired up and you're very passionate. I see that for you guys, you might have a lot of people who are attracted to you. It feels like you're very, I want to say sexy and gorgeous to people. It feels like a lot of people want you. But I feel like there's a particular person who's going to be in your life who's very romantic and they want you besides just for your body, which is I'm seeing maybe for some of you, you are so attractive that a lot of people can't help themselves. Like they will stare at you and they'll follow you around and they'll beg you for an opportunity only to maybe not want you once you've given them what they wanted. If you know what I mean, it feels like they maybe just want physical stuff or they only want something that's not romance. And I feel like for you, there is someone who's got a really sweet heart for you. And they're very special. And I feel like they may currently have their eyes on you, but you're not, I want to say you're not paying attention to them right now because you might be focused on something else. Maybe something stressful or your career goals. But I do see them coming in at some point. I feel you and this person will build together. And it might come in very quickly and out of the blue. It might be very shocking when you do. I want to say when you fall in love, it feels like it will be out of the blue and out of the middle of nowhere. And I feel like you won't be able to take your eyes off this person. And they're going to really win your heart in a way that you don't imagine somebody could. I do feel like they have a big purpose themselves and it may match with yours. It might be that this person is someone you work with, someone you collaborate with, someone who gets you really fired up, that they may be someone who you find inspirational in some way. I feel like they're inspiring to you, or you might meet them through work. For a lot of you, I do feel like you might meet them through work. I feel like you're going to be flying high this lifetime. It really does feel like quite a special group. I would love for you guys to come for a personal life destiny reading because I can tell you a lot more specifics and the reading will be much longer. But for the sake of this general one for everyone, I do feel like there's a lot of people for you to network with and a lot of people for you to know, and it's going to be hard for you to figure out at sometimes who's watching you for the right reasons and who's watching you for the wrong reasons, and who's in love with you versus who just wants your body, and who's going to bring turmoil into your life. I'm seeing who could make things go wrong for you. It feels like there may be people who are a bit of a liability for you sometimes, who could potentially like give you a lot of drama that you're not really looking for in your life. I do feel like your life might be quite dramatic at times and things have the potential to go wrong. I'm feeling for someone, this is not for everyone, but for somebody I feel like you're maybe rushing forwards with something which is maybe not as intentional as you usually would do. And it feels like it's like acting on sexual urges instead of with your heart and mind. It's like allowing the genitals to rule, and it could lead to destruction and chaos for you guys. So please do be a bit careful with that. I feel like it's important for you to try to rule your libido with your mind and your heart to make sure you don't end up with any, I want to say like unwanted pregnancies, miscarriages, abusive, toxic relationship partners, people who want to, I'm hearing take all of your money, or people who want to see your downfall, like people who will actively want you to make decisions that lead to your downfall. And I'm sorry that's really difficult message. Please do come for a personal if you're not sure if that's for you or not, because I feel like it's very important for the person that it's for to try and avoid this kind of thing happen. And it does feel like through fieriness, also again anger. Like anger for you guys could cause things that you've built up for a long time to collapse around you. And it feels like not just you, but you might be bringing other people with you who also then find themselves going back to a situation which is not very good from building up into a better one. So do be careful about that, especially if you have other people relying on you. I'm feeling like you have a lot of ideas and plans, and almost too many for your lifetime. It's like you're really creative and you're really passionate, and I feel like some of you have like business ideas. And it feels like life's almost too short for you to do everything, so you might have to find ways to kind of get done with things when you're really passionate and then move on to the next. And try not to multitask too many things, I'm seeing for you. Because, yeah, I do feel like things are really huge for you and things have the power to get even bigger. And I feel like you have the power to build something which is lifelong. But there's also a risk for things to go wrong for you, and it's things like temptation can lead you astray. And I want to say the higher the rise, the further you fall. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Please do be careful with things, because it does feel like you're rising very high and it feels like you're winning. It feels like you're almost on top of the world. So it's like a very dangerous position to be in. And I want to say be careful with playful, childish behavior, which may be not guiding you forwards in the right direction. Because I do feel like there's a lot of people that care about you and there's a lot of people that have good wishes for you, but there's also lots of people who will want you to go into, I'm hearing hedonism, partying, and sex, drugs, rock and roll kind of behavior, and it might lead to everything coming crashing down for you around you. So do try to be careful and stay away from those kind of people and listen more to the people who have good intentions for you. I feel like you're going to get better at learning who has good feelings for you and who has good thoughts for you versus who maybe doesn't. I want to say it feels like you're going to be brilliantly assured by the end of your life of how well you did. And it feels like you are very clever and you do have a lot of interesting thoughts. And I feel like at some points you're going to learn how to kind of sit back and watch. And I feel like it's going to show you, it's going to show you how to trust yourself and how to trust your instinct. But it's also going to show you who should you trust and who shouldn't you trust. And I feel like it's very important for you. It's like a process of keeping quiet until the right moment to speak and then speaking when you're very certain. And I feel like that's going to bring you a lot of awards and wishes come true. And I feel like also with regards to love, your love life is going to be wonderful one day. I feel like the partner you deserve and the partner who is right for you is someone who's very fruitful, like they have a lot of feelings and their feelings are never ending for you. And I feel like they always have good advice and good wisdom for you, and they'll be like your sidekick, like your best friend. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do come for a personal reading if you have the money. The information will be below in the description box, and I'm running a 10% off discount at the moment if you watch while I'm posting this reading. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the blue pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Moon, Soul. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Standstill. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Rain, Fecundity. From the Tower of the Divine, you have the Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Six of Wands. Then from the Orient's Animal Tower, you have Temperance. And the Queen of Cups. I feel like you guys are going to have a very interesting, rich and fulfilling destiny, including a lot of very big successes, and I feel like you are very much currently aligned with your true destiny. It feels like the path you're on currently is leading you somewhere really amazing. And I'm not sure if you just started something new, I'm not sure if you just started a new career or a new job or a new creative passion or something along those lines. But it feels like it's going really well for you and it's going to lead to success very soon. And I want to say for someone who's very creative and is maybe an artist or particularly if you do physical visual art, like not digital art, but like painting and sculpting and things like that. I feel like it's a big win for you guys if you're a painter or something like that, if you're an illustrator. It feels like you're going to have really, really huge success with something on a grand scale, to the point where you feel so happy with yourself that you could dance or sing. Also, for if you are a singer or a dancer, I feel like same energy. It's like you're going to get to perform on a big stage and bring a lot of people joy with what you do and win awards and get acclaim. And I feel like it's going to be a very influential time for you at a certain point in your life. And I feel like you might be quite young and living your best life. I feel like you do something, maybe from when you watch this reading, if you're not young, it's like it's not very far into the destiny that I'm seeing, where something very big goes right for you. And it does feel like you kind of start something new. It's like a new passion or a new career or a new hobby. And it goes really well, really quickly. And it just seems to, as if by fate and destiny, just turn out in your favor. And I feel like everything's going to feel really straightforward with regards to that. I feel like with regards to emotions, you might be a bit reluctant to share your feelings with people in general. Like I'm feeling you guys as a character, you're a bit of a tough shell person, like you're soft on the middle, but your outer shell is very tough and you don't let too many people see your feelings. I do feel like eventually one day you might find you're able more to let them out, but I do feel like it may only be to certain people, like very safe and trusted people. I feel like you will have a love and a home and like someone to share a home with, but I do feel like it will be kind of a sensitive topic to talk about in this reading right now. Because I feel like it's kind of like not the moment for you right now. I feel, what I want to say is once you get to the point of your life where you're like very comfortable and happy and in a relationship, you may want to stay at home a lot. You may just want to withdraw into your comfort zone and not really go out too much. So I do feel like you're going to have a lot of career wins and victories before then, so that you can kind of chill and settle and enjoy your own life and enjoy your, I want to say your home and family and children if you have them. I don't want to give too specific predictions about that for this reading. It's better for you to come for a personal life destiny reading for things like that. So if you would like one, please get in touch. There's an information video in the description box and I have a 10% discount at the moment. But yeah, I do feel like there is like a lot of action in this destiny that I'm seeing and a lot of really exciting things that are on maybe a big platform or a big stage. Maybe you're going to be a bit famous. I feel like you're going to influence people quite positively, like you're going to bring people joy and make other people happy. But I also feel like you have a lot of emotions which you keep, again, like very private. And I feel like at some points you might find your emotions take over in a way, but you can't show it to the world. You kind of have to keep it private to yourself. I feel like you might have a relationship at some point which you keep private. And this might be with someone who's, I feel like someone who's very, for someone it's like a famous person that you date. It's not that you're famous, but you might have a relationship with a famous person, but it might be that you're kind of secretly their other half and you're behind the scenes and not really visible outside of maybe they're like true fan base. It feels like you're not going to be too thrust into the limelight unless you want to be. But yeah, I do feel like there's going to be a moment of life where you're just so relaxed and everything is so easy that you get to finally, I want to say for someone, there's like some healing that needs to be done that you've never allowed to happen. And I feel like there is a point of your life where you get comfortable enough to allow that to happen. And when you get to relax, and I do feel like for you guys watching this group 3, you do have quite a relaxing life. Like I'm not seeing anything really difficult or really traumatic for you to go through ever again. It feels like for the most part you're going to be experiencing success and well done and congratulations and people admiring you and you celebrating your own victories. And I feel like it's going to be very big to the point where you probably make enough money, I want to say, to retire at not a very old age. It feels like you will get quite a long retirement compared to some people. And I feel like it's very rich and fulfilling. And I do feel like you're going to have a really satisfying time with yourself during that time when you're not having so much to do. I want to say when you don't have to be on anymore, it's like you will go and enjoy the private life after your fame. After your fame and fortune and after your day in the sun, it feels like you will get to the point where you do just want to retreat into yourself and be like cuddly and sweet and particularly fond of your pets and your children and not really being seen by too many people. And I feel like it's going to be very important for you for your, I want to say for your next lifetime on this planet. It feels like there's some important reincarnation that you're going to have. And if you would like to know more about that, please do come for a personal life destiny, because I can go into quite a lot of detail about what that might be for you personally and what your life destiny mission to complete is by the end of your life. But I do feel like by the next one, you might have quite a clean slate. It's like this life you may be receiving lots of good karma, which is maybe reward for previous lifetimes where you haven't necessarily got the good results that you should have done for all the hard work and all the good deeds you've done. So I feel like there's like a lot of good karma recouped this lifetime. And by the next one, I feel like you'll have a new journey. Your soul will have like a new mission in life. And it feels like it's quite relaxed. Even again, like towards the end of your life, it feels like you do complete your mission and you don't have anything much more to do except to be there for the people you love. And I feel like it's going to be really refreshing to you because at some points you're a very big person, and I feel like a lot of people love you and a lot of people will follow you. A lot of people will look up to you and admire you, and I feel like it might make you eventually want to retreat into yourself and not have that happen so much, like not really want people to talk about you and not really want to show your face so much. And I feel like it's a very easy transition for you, and you're going to really love the time when you are in the spotlight and when you are active, I want to say, like active in your career and success coming to you after success. Like there's absolutely nothing here to say that I'm not really happy to tell you guys. But yeah, I do feel like you are going to have lots of breaks and you're going to have lots of still moments and quiet moments. And there's also like a huge, very, very, very exciting part of life, which seems like the main destiny that I'm having to tell you. And I do want to say again, you're aligned with your destiny. And it feels like you're doing something which is very impactful for a lot of people. So I want to give you guys a round of applause for whatever you're doing and say please do come for a personal destiny reading because I feel like it will be amazing. If you'd like one, the information will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.